Well, one of the things I hadn't done yet in Texas as we kind of kick around and explore the byways is see any of the caves. So this is in Burnett, Texas, and it was pretty cool. And there are a lot of caves you can explore elsewhere. This one has a pretty cool individual history. So just some opening shots as we're actually looking up through the ground at a forest, but then we get inside. You can see the people there on the left for a sense of scale. This was originally filled with dirt. It's a natural cave. There was an underground river that eventually filled up with dirt, or the space did, and it was painstakingly excavated by men as part of a Great Depression work program. So here you've got this almost cathedral-like space. See the people way down at the bottom? That was the biggest open space we found, or we ended up in. Well, once this thing was opened up, people got pretty enterprising, and they opened up a restaurant down here. And it was a very nice one, so black tie kind of a place, looked like Great Gatsby underground or something like that. Well, it took some ingenuity to do this because they had to cook the food on the surface and then bring it down. And that's what this rope here is a reminder of. One of the advantages of creating something like this down here is that, this is central Texas, so even when it was hot as hell outside, it was nice and cool in the cave. This was a long section that you had to stoop down to get through, so the shapes of the chambers and stuff would continually change, as you can imagine. Back to the history of this, there was some captives from a Native American raid who were brought here, and then a battle ensued underground once the settlers discovered where they were. So you had that, and that's a important bit of local lore, but on top of that you have that the cave was a designated refuge for President LBJ in the event of a nuclear war. That's because this isn't too far from Johnson's Ranch. I didn't mention the oldest history, by the way, which was that this was an important cave to Native Americans of the area because they would find materials for arrowheads and the like down here. So from pre-conquest to frontier era to the Great Depression and Cold War. A lot of history in one unusual spot. Thanks.